Anderson and Teri Angel here for a meditation a day. Today, we invite you to meditate with us. We're doing what we call meditation excavation. I can see my Wi-Fi is freezing up, Teri. We were just talking about that. In meditation excavation, Teri and I meditate together and we just share with you the messages that Spirit's sharing with us. So we're glad you're here. Teri, thank you for being here today.
Thank you, Ruth. It's such a delight to be with you for meditation. So, friends, let's go into our hearts. Do that with the breath. We connect in right to this high heart. And relax that breath out. And as you do that, a second time, I'm going to start inviting in our angels. We can call them in from their direction. So first we call in Archangel Raphael, the angel of the east. Coming in with the element of air. Raphael is our pillar angel and oversees all healing that takes place. From the south, we call in Archangel Michael, protector, the angel of fire. You might feel a little warmth as Michael comes through. From the west, we call in Archangel Gabriel, the element of water, and feeling everything being cleared away, cleansed for us to have more clarity in our meditation time. And then from the north, we call in Archangel Uriel, angel of earth. And Uriel will help us as we take our breath in to flow that breath down into the earth energy, connecting in with Gaia, becoming more centered, more balanced. See the roots coming out of your feet and going into the earth, being renewed, and that energy flowing back up through your feet, your legs, your torso, and back into your heart, anchoring it there. Now we're going to take another breath in and let this energy bring us upward and out into the universe as we go to the seat of the Creator, the great central sun. Feel that warmth. Acknowledge all of divinity, which is right there. The Creator, which I call God, Christ, Divine Mother, the Holy Spirit, angels and archangels, ascended masters, loved ones in spirit. Bring all of that beautiful connected energy now down through your crown chakra. Let it flow down and anchor into your heart along with the earth energy. And as we sit in that, just take that deep breath in once more. Feel the strength, feel the peace as you sit in just a moment of silence to acknowledge that you are a spark of the divine and you are worthy, you are enough to feel this blessing today as we go into meditation.
Thank you. Thank you, Teri. So Divine Mother was just very present from the beginning, and then Kuan Yin came in and joined, and she took us back to meditation that we had the other day, which centered on Hawaii. Teri and I will be going to Hawaii in a couple of weeks. But she brought me into the smells, like this sensorial experience of Hawaii, with the smell of the flowers, the beautiful colors, the sweetness of the fruit. So she had me there a minute, and then I I was hearing the gods of Hawaii. And I know we had experienced Pele last time we were together. And I got to experience Pele in a meditation after that. But then my brain was wondering, do all places have gods? And when I say gods, to me, it's kind of like in quotation marks, because I think of God the creator, and to me, there's no equal to that. So when I think of the gods of Hawaii, it's not equal to the creator. And then I asked if those gods were beings, and the answer was yes. So that's what I experienced while you were bringing folks in.
Beautiful. Yeah, I see them as protectors, guides. Like you said, they're not equal to God the Creator, but they do have a special purpose and a special place wherever they're overseeing.
Well, and when I asked about other places, we felt the energy of Mount Shasta. I mean, I would fully expect, the Garden of the Gods, I fully expect that there's other support there besides just the mountain.
Right.
Sedona. I wonder at least if this part of this isn't about the expansive amount of guides and beings that surround us. And now we're seeing that they're attached to places.
Mhm.
Okay, interesting. I live very close to the Rocky Mountains. I can see them from my home. And I know for me, growing up, that was always a huge draw. And then when I moved away, it was a huge draw to come back to that. And now I'm wondering if it was maybe it's a combination. The beauty of the mountains, maybe these beings that are now part of these places, maybe it's also an attachment to those beings. And Teri, you with the Kentucky mountains.
The Appalachians,
Yeah.
right?
Those things, interesting, those things that keep drawing us back to certain places over and over. Is it the place? Is it the senses of being there? Or is it also these beings?
Yeah, I believe that. And I know from my studies, there are rays of light, rays of energy that flow down across our earth. And depending on what lesson you're here to learn, you have guides in each of these rays. So the lesson that you're working on in your current lifetime, you're going to get the most benefit when you're at that place where the beings that are helping you, your spirit guides, your angels, ascended masters, where they are most prevalent is where you're going to benefit the most from those lessons. So I know for me, I've always been drawn to St. Paul the Venetian, which is the area of from Missouri up to the Canadian mountains, and I can feel it. When I go into that area, I feel more connected in. But we can go into any of the rays of energy at any time and work with the beings that are there. So it'll be interesting. I haven't looked to see what ray Hawaii falls in, but that's going to be an interesting look when I do the research and find out.
So, Teri, do those rays remain static? They don't
Mhm.
change or move?
Right. And there are ascended masters assigned to each one. There are angels in each one. And those are the ones that you're going to feel the most prevalent when you're in that energy. So yeah, it will be interesting to have a look and see with you too, to see what the Rockies, what ray encompasses that. Hmm. Yeah, it feels like something really big when we go to Hawaii, something big spiritually is going to be uncovered there for us.
Well, I believe that too because they've already started. And we're not even there yet.
They're preparing, and I love how they do that, Ruth. We've had this happen many times when we're getting ready to go on a journey, which we do a lot of. And before we even get there, they're preparing us. They're showing us signs or words or feelings and having us explore and excavate and see what's in the area that they want us to pay attention to.
I'm hearing they want us to get lost in the senses. It was such a cool concept to, like, as you're eating a papaya, just get lost in the sweetness of it. Or as you're taking in the view of the water, the sounds, just get lost in the senses. What a cool thought.
I love that. Just like, I had a recent experience at this sweet farm here in Philadelphia, the state that I'm still in. And I just got lost in just the very simple, everyday things there. And it's so easy to do that. It's so easy just to be still and pay attention even to the buzz of a bee or the flutter of the butterfly wings, the sweet sound of birds. And if we allow it, if we be still, then we'll get lost in that and we'll feel it more fully. So I understand what they're saying when they say to get lost in it. Yeah, I feel like I'm already there. I know it's a couple of weeks away, but I'm feeling the energy of it before I even get on that plane to go there.
They just keep going back to the papaya. Now, they're grown in Hawaii, and when you get them in Hawaii, they are incredibly sweet. And the color is just such a beautiful apricot color, which is kind of amusing. It's an orange yellow. But they're really digging deep into that, the sweetness and the firmness and the softness and the colors. It's anybody hearing this would go, this is just totally whacked, but it's about putting yourself in that energy of the sweetness and the color, the depth, the intensity. Just connecting, sounds very odd, connecting with all of those aspects of the papaya or the wave or the turtle or the lava. I mean, whatever it is that you're connecting into, but really put yourself into that.
It was Dr. Wayne Dyer that made some things very clear for me. And he used the words from the Bible, I am that I am. And he said, if you put a comma after the word that, when you're looking at anything in your experience, I am that I am. So if you're looking at, let's go with the same example. If you're looking at the papaya, see that as you, as part of you. You're reflected out into the world. And you can do that with anything that you're experiencing. I am that I am. And it really helped me to understand more fully how to show unconditional love to something that maybe I don't want in my life, a person or an experience, and really look at I am that. Everything that we experience is us. So looking at it, then you can say, I love that. Where before, maybe you were trying to push it away, or you didn't understand it, or it was something that you want to turn away from. But I think that the lesson is to embrace everything that we experience and fully embrace it.
Yep. Thank you. Thank you for that.
They're bringing to my remembrance when I was in Hawaii at one time in my life. And the day that I arrived there was the first day of the pipeline in Hawaii. The pipeline is this huge surfing event, and the waves come like all the way around, and it looks like a round pipe in the water. And it was so miraculous to see that. I don't get in the water usually in the ocean because I had a not good experience in it, but I love seeing it. So I think this time I'm going to look at those waves and look at if there is a circular energy with the waves. I'm going to see that as me and look at it with different eyes. We learn and we grow every minute as we're on this earth. So I think it's going to be a very different kind of experience this time, more spiritual, more honoring the earth and honoring what's showing up for me on the earth.
Yeah, that oneness of energy, oneness of spirit is what I'm hearing.
Mm-hmm. Losing all fear, losing all anxiety. There's nothing to fear. There's only love.
Well, it doesn't take going out of town to have this experience. How do you bring this experience home? How do you look at your own surroundings and find the oneness in it?
Mm.
I mean, doing that with your pets. If you've got plants, the clouds.
Mm. It's those things that we take for granted every day, right? The things we see, but we don't really embrace them and fully see them. Just know that they're there, but acknowledging them for what they are is part of our experience.
Teri, I know for you, this year is about the year of joy. And for me, this year is the year of awe and wonder.
Mhm.
And I think there's a part of that, that finding the joy in the oneness with all of these things.
And it really is. As I travel throughout the country, I go to different homes where I'm invited to come in to either care for the home or animals in the home. And just recently, this sweet little farmhouse that I was in, I was doing the morning show and the meditations from there and experiencing wonderful experiences for some of them for the first time in my life, but appreciating the home and the beauty, the simpleness of it, and the family that owns the home, a wonderful couple and their three children. They shared with me that they were able to see their home and their property there in a different perspective because I was appreciating it, because I was seeing it for the beauty of it. I think we can all help each other to appreciate what's there, appreciate what's in our lives. Even Ruth, when I come to the Rockies, in your area, I just feel at home. I'm in awe of those mountains. And I've had several people mention to me while I'm there that they appreciate them more because of what I see, seeing them through my eyes. This is something we can all do. We can all help each other to see beauty, to see joy, to be in the awe and the wonder, and to lift our energies up. There's nothing mundane about this earth at all.
Yeah. Carrie, this feels like one of our shorter meditations, but I'm hearing that we received the message this morning. Are you hearing to share anything else?
Mhm. Just listening to the angels right now. we're going to have the experience that we choose to have. That's what the angels are sharing. If we choose to see things through the eyes of love, the eyes of God, we will, and we will bask in that experience. If we choose to see it as ordinary or something that we're not totally happy with, then that's how we're going to see it. We make choices every moment of our life. So the question is, what choice are you going to make today? Are you going to see what's uplifting and what brings you joy, what brings you to a moment of inspiration and ahas? Or are you just going to sleepwalk through life? That is the question. We can find as much joy as we can possibly find in this world. Open your eyes to it. Let it be, and let yourself be still enough to experience it. And I think that's our huge lesson for today.
Yeah.
That joy and that awe and wonder is everywhere. It's not just flying off to an exotic place. It can be right there in your home.
Right. And I love that concept about sleepwalking through life, or not sleepwalking through life. That's a great phrase. Did you just make that up?
I've used it several times in my teachings.
Yeah, that's a good one. Wow, that's a cool lesson today.
Yeah, it really was. Enjoyed this today.
Yeah. All right, friends, thank you for being here with us. We hope that this message impacts you today. I know it's going to impact me. So glad to have you here. So, friends, thank you. Teri, thank you.
Thank you, Ruth.
Yeah. Friends, take good care. God bless. We'll see you.